world, welcome back to another BYU CTF 2022 write-up video. In this video, we'll be covering the Forensics Challenge Alpine 1. Let's get into it. In this challenge, you need to find the file in its path that is giving access to the attacker. The system administrator, root strong password, created a user for a local user, Matt Johnson, M Johnson hard password. An attacker was able to brute force Matt's password and log in. The system administrator changed Matt's password, M Johnson secret password. However, the attacker is still able to SSH into the machine. Provide the path and file name that is allowing the attacker to still have access. Persistence. BYU CTF, full path to file. Okay, so when you download it, you'll get an OVA file, and we went ahead and solved this one, and we didn't want to get the file wrong, so we went ahead and solved it to make sure it was the right file. So no worries there. So I won't be submitting the flag here, of course, because it'll just say you already solved this, but you will get an OVA file. Now you may be wondering where I got these other files from. Well, I wanted to forensically analyze the OVA. I could just launch it and look around inside the OVA, but when you're doing forensics, you don't want to tamper with the actual file itself, because any read or write instructions you commit inside of the machine, it contaminates the logs of the actual image itself. And if you were to take this to court, it could make it admissible, or it would make it admissible, because you've muddied the evidence with your own fingerprints, essentially. Whereas you want to keep the fingerprints that are already there pristine and untouched, if that makes sense. So, that being said, the file we're interested in is the VMDK file here, because that's what we're going to load into Autopsy. You won't be able to load the OVA into Autopsy. Keep that in mind. You need the VMDK, because that's where all the memory and stuff is stored, all the storage and everything. So remember, the challenge description said that the administrator basically changed the password, but the attacker was still able to get in. So there's some kind of persistence mechanism the attacker is using to get back into the machine. Now, the key word there was SSH, so it's quite possible that an SSH private key is existing within the home directory of the user. So let's go check that out. So we'll go to the main file system, and I'm not sure that's it. Is that it? No, maybe not. Oh, here we go. So this is the one you want here. You want volume 4. And we're just going to go to home, M Johnson, and check that out. .ssh. IDRSA is the private key. As you can see, there's a public key here. And, of course, you get it. It says private key. So they were using OpenSSH to get in. Now, if we come back up, we can actually see the bash history. And, yeah, there you go. That's where the actual private key is being created. And they're even printing it out. That will be your flag. Well, okay, sorry. The path to it will be your flag. So the full path to it will be /home/mjohnson/.ssh/ID_RSA, and I can go ahead and write that out for you since we can't submit the flag. I mean, we can, but no point in doing it now. /home/mjohnson/.ssh/ID_RSA. That will be your flag. And you'll paste it in here. And of course, you already solved this, regardless of whether you do it wrong or not. That being said, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to show your support. Turn on post notifications to get regular injections of cyber content directly into your feed. Check out our Patreon, join our Discord, and follow us on Twitter. Links in the description box down below. And leave any feedback or questions in the comments section down below. This is Almond Milk. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, world.